Hi, I'm Alice Bull from scrapbookwonderland.com in the ScrapHappy membership group. I'm here at Creativation 2018 with Julie Fei-Fan Balzer for the Brother Scan and Cut.
Hi! So the Scan and Cut is a machine that you know I love and use all the time. Now it is the only electronic cutter out there with the built-in scanner. So what that scanner allows me to do, for instance, is to write my name, or not my name, but somebody else's name who came by, and then I can resize it, adjust it, and cut it out of any material I want. Now how cool is that?
It's very, very cool.
Or how about pattern paper? I was able to do some fussy cutting where you can see I cut the compass right out of this pattern paper because the scanner inside can see that. I know, it's like mind-blowing. You're like so excited like, you don't know what to do with yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool because how many times have you wanted to cut out a little thing and you're like, that's just gonna take too long with my scissors, I'm not gonna do it.
So this allows you to have all the fun parts of the crafting with none of the tedious parts of it. And the thing that I like is besides the fact that you can scan in anything, there are more than 600 built-in designs in the machine. So let's say we wanted to cut out, well, I mean, we're in Phoenix, so we can do something that has more floral warm feeling as opposed to where I'm from where it's cold. Why don't we do some leaves, okay? So you can resize them to any size that you want, okay? And then, this is one of the things that I love. The built-in scanner is going to allow me to choose which part of this pattern paper I want to cut out, which I just think is super cool. So, this is a sticky mat. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down onto the sticky mat, just smoothing it down with my hands. Then I put it into the Scan and Cut by pressing the load button. And now I'm going to scan in the paper so that I can see it on the screen. So this means if you're a mixed media person and you've painted some paper, you can see it. It also means if you're a mixed media person, this will cut up to 2 millimeters. So that means you can cut your own stamps out of foam or silicone. You can cut your own stencils out of stencil plastic. You can cut your own embellishments. This will cut deli paper. It cuts all kinds of cool stuff. So here it is in full color. And I can say, you know what, I want this leaf to be all green, or I want this leaf to be yellow on the bottom and green on the tips. I can do all sorts of adjustments where I can rotate it and change it in various ways so that it's exactly what I want. I think let's make this leaf all green. Good idea?
Sounds great.
So I'm gonna say okay, okay again. Anytime you're okay with the machine, you just say okay. Then I'm gonna cut. Press the start button, and now it's going to tell me how much time. So if you have a huge cut file that's going to take like 22 minutes, go get a piece of cake. You know, do a load of laundry, do whatever it is you're going to do. But if it's going to be quick, like a minute, then you know you can just go ahead right now and do it. But the thing is, you have to remember, it's not just about pattern paper. How about cutting out all of your stamps? Right? All of your stamp designs, you don't need dies anymore because the machine can see the outline of the stamps and cut them out. And that's the power of the built-in scanner. It's amazing. And boom, there is my leaf cut out completely green, just as I wanted. And the thing is, this really just lets you use your materials. You would never know that this is travel paper that might not be useful, right? Because you've cut it up in such a way that now it's really pretty and easy.
Or you use this part and you cut the perfect little shape out of this part of the paper. I'm just like, seeing all the possibilities. Right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's the thing is I call the Scan and Cut a possibilities machine. You got it totally right because that's the thing. Whatever it is you're dreaming of, whatever it is you're thinking of, you can use the Scan and Cut to make it happen quickly, easily, and kind of perfectly.
Jonas, you know I want this.
The good news is the price is so good that you can have this.
Is there a trade-in program?
You know, I wish there were. I always tell people it's such an upgrade. Go ahead, sell it on eBay, you know, and sell it to some sucker who doesn't know any better. And then go ahead and enjoy your Scan and Cut.
So how much does this start? Like when you get into this?
So the starting price is $2.99. And then, you know, there's stuff, the consumables are stuff like blades. You need new blades, they're $10. You know, how often do you need a new blade? What are you cutting? Are you cutting felt and leather and wood veneer and balsa wood? Are you making airplane models? Are you cutting magnet material? I mean, whatever you're cutting heavier duty stuff, you need to replace your blade more often. For paper and fabric, 3 to 4 months, you're good to go.
And that's probably for, you know, a typical user.
Yeah,
But once you get started, you kind of get addicted, right?
It is, and I would tell you this, there is no typical user. That's what's so exciting, because people come to the trade show all the time and they say, you know, I'm a model maker, or I have a business and I make vinyl to put on my wall to greet new clients, or, you know, my kids use this for their science projects to do all kinds of things, or I'm a jewelry designer and I like to cut the, you know, masks and stencils and pieces for when I'm patinaing my jewelry. I mean, it's amazing. People say, who uses the scan and cut? And I'm like, who doesn't use a scan and cut? I can tell you exactly why you need it.
That's so cool. I'm so excited just seeing how easy that demo was. And yeah, I think there's a new tool that I want. Okay, so now you're going to show me how easy it is to actually create your own like cutout
Oh yeah.
with something that you design yourself.
It's so easy. So let's say we want to do something like, one of the things that I like so much and I'm obsessed with is eyes. I can't tell you why. I think it's because I like people. So I constantly am interested in eyes and what they look like. But let's say you have, and I don't think it's hard to say this is not the most incredible design that anybody has ever seen in the whole world. But it's a doodle, and that's the fun of it, right? There's my eye. So there are several kinds of mats that come with the scan and cut. Now that you're available for the scan and cut, I should say. This is a non-adhesive mat. There's a plastic cover that you lift at the bottom and you slip in anything that you want to scan. Now the nice thing about this mat is that you can take the doily from under your cappuccino, you can take a snowflake that your child has cut or that you have cut, and you can go ahead and put that into that mat and it will scan it and cut it. So for instance, you could take this, scan it into the machine, and it resize it, change it, cut it out of whatever material up to 2 millimeters that you would like to do. It's pretty neat, and it's so flexible, and it really means I'm not attached to a computer, I'm not attached to the internet. You plug this into the wall. If you have electricity, you have magic happening. And I love that because it makes my crafting life so much easier, so much better, and it really makes me look better, which from a total ego point of view, I'm all about making me look better.
We all want our stuff to look cute, and if it can be easy while we're at it, that's just an added bonus.
It's also like I want my stuff to look like me too, and no one can draw the way that I can, even if it's ugly. Like, that's my hand. That's what makes me unique and special and the kind of artist that I am. So I'm just closing in real tight to this so that I can go ahead and grab it. And once I do that, I'm going to save it. Now, we can save it 4 different places. We can save it into the machine. We can save it wirelessly to Scan and Cut Canvas, which gives us unlimited cloud storage. You can save it via to a USB thumb drive, and you can also save it via cable to your PC. So once that's done, we're going to go ahead and grab that file that we just created, and you saw that in less than a minute. Here it is. And now, if you look at the bouncing red square, you'll see that this is made up of several different small files. I'm going to unify all of them. And now that it's unified, I can go ahead and let's see if I unify them. I said I was going to. There it goes. Now, I can go ahead and I can resize this and I can make it bigger. I can make it just thinner, just wider. I can flip it. I can do anything I want to it because I'm in charge of it. But I say, let's cut it out. So again, now I'm going to move over to a sticky mat. And onto the sticky mat, I can put whatever material I want to work with. Now here is a much loved piece of paper. It's been used several times. With the Scan and Cut, that's not a problem because the built-in scanner, and again, there is no other machine that has that built-in scanner. I am able to use scrappy pieces of paper in the Scan and Cut over and over again, saving me money, saving me time, letting me use my favorite things over and over because I'm going to be able to see it on the screen. So I'm simply going to say, please scan this in for me. And I'm going to be able to see in full color on the screen that piece of paper with the holes in it and place my cut exactly where I want it. Now you may have noticed that I use this brayer to put down the paper. Now you can totally use your fingers, but the oils from your fingers do transfer onto the sticky mat, making it less sticky. Whereas the brayer just keeps everything neat and clean. And I'm not a clean person, but I try to be good about that.
Because we don't want to have to buy mats if we don't need to.
So now I can see on the screen, there it is, and I can resize this now so that it'll fit on that little scrap of paper. And I can even zoom in up to 400%, so it's not like you have to have a bionic eye. You can zoom in, and when it's zoomed in, you can move it around and adjust it and make sure that it's gonna fit. And if it's gonna fit, then you say, okay, okay again, cut. And once again, it gives me the time estimate of 1 minute. Now, could I cut that out in 1 minute with a craft knife?
Maybe if you're really pushing it.
Right, and then afterwards, like your hand hurts and your neck hurts and your back hurts and you're annoyed and it didn't come out quite right and you know you can't get those little thin lines. And what I love is I could actually be cutting 6 or 7 of these. I can get up and do something while this is working. I don't have to pay attention to it. I don't have to babysit it. None of those things are true. And I just think that the scan and cut gives me more time to do the things that are fun for me to do instead of having to worry about all the things that are kind of work. You know? Okay, I can't believe it's done already.
I'm excited.
So, let's take a peek. So now it just looks like it's the outline of the eye, but then that's when the spatula comes in. Let's go ahead and say,
oh, magic.
so from a little tiny drawing to this amazing cutout, and look at the detail and all the things that are personal about it. I mean, I love this scan and cut. I think it's amazing.
I think I'm convinced too. Thank you so much for showing me how easy that really is, because until you see it, until you get to experience that, you know, you look at it and you're like, well, do I need a cutting machine? You know, I can cut stuff with scissors. And now that I've seen it, it's very
Oh my God, it's so, I
appealing.
mean, this is the thing, like, it seems like magic because you don't believe that the things that the scan and cut can do are possible. And I'll tell you, I do a lot of things with male camera crew who are usually not that interested in what you're doing, but this is one of the few machines I've ever demoed where they all come over afterwards and they're like, oh my
You know what I could do with that?
Yeah, exactly. I want to make beer labels. I make craft beer. I want to do this. I have a t-shirt for my kid I want to make. Like, it's amazing how people just fall in love.
I love it. Thank you so much. This is Alice Bull at Creativation 2018.
Hey guys, were you dying laughing when you saw how awkward and crazy I was at the end of that? I couldn't even remember where I was. I couldn't remember Julie's name. I was so distracted by thinking about buying my own scan and cut. I'm like wondering what I was going to make for my first project and just like how I was going to convince my husband, my fabulous cameraman. You could see me like thinking, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna need one of these. I wonder what he's gonna say throughout that whole time when she's explaining to me how the machine works and how awesome it was. So I'm ordering mine off of Amazon and I'll include a link under this video for you to use as well. Okay, are we gonna go scan and cut things together? Let's do it, and I will post a playlist on my channel when I get my scan and cut and show you some of the fun things that I make. Bye!